So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. White is out there with Ball. And it's Buzelis in at the small forward. Ball with a wide open look. Again, Ball missing.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Vucevic with it. Now defended by Sarr. Here's Buzelis. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow them.
Now, here's Poole. Throws it up high.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Outside, White. And it's Ball in the corner. Back to White. Williams sets a screen for White. 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Buzelis' shot is good.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Buzelis. Outside, Ball. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And Ball, such a high IQ player. Superb at knowing when to take that triple.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Brian Keefe gave me a few minutes to catch up. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28, and Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
Oh, smart pass there, setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
Washington trailing. Knocked loose. And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Champagny. Back to Koulibaly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Bulls have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. White, wide open. He fires. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Poole with it. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the first. He takes it in. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Here's Buzelis. And again, no good by Chicago. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Sarr gets the bucket.
Letting the big man Sarr go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
Williams. Rebound, Washington. The 3 from Poole. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Outside, White. Pass the ball. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got 8 points.
And no doubt, The release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Chicago leading by 3. Buzelis sets a screen for Ball. Buzelis with the ball. Williams a screen on Poole. The drive by Ball. And it's White missing. Here's Koulibaly. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's been all about luck. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Zach Collins is out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Terry. And it's Jones in at the point. And the Wizards with possession after the Bulls pick up 2. Smart kicks to Kispert. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Washington Wizards. 7-point differential.
Well, what phenomenal work deep inside the post. Smart willing and able to get himself to the line.
The Wizards shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
Now here's Terry. Hasn't made one yet. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Giddey's got the lead up to 8 now for Chicago.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Kispert with it. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Huerter with it. Out guarded by Smart. On the wing, Dosunmu. Pocket 6. Takes a 3. The rebound by Carrington.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Smart misses. The Bulls leading by 8. Collins finds Huerter. Here's Giddey. Hands it from downtown. Giddey's got 6 here in this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Count that one.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Here's Dosunmu. That 3 off the mark. Washington's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Smart. Out to the right wing. Kispert wide open. He fires. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Chicago's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Terry the pass to Giddey. Terry setting the pick for Giddey. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards trail by 7. Pass to Carrington. Back to Kispert. Launches a three. Good on the triple. Kispert's got 5 now.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Giddey. And another miss by Chicago.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
We know, Doris, at one point, the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
From deep, Herter, rebounded by the Wizards. The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And George drops them both. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And finished off by Collins.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Washington.
Outside, Smart. Out to the wing. Kispert finds Holmes. Kispert with the bucket. Kispert's got the lead up to 1 now for Washington. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
A big-time effort for Corey Kispert. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Wow, you look at Corey Kispert. What a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Coulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Czar. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Bull shooting 43% for the game. Here's Ball. Takes it inside. Good work there as it goes. Ball's got 10.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Poole with no one around. And Washington again with the bucket.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. And Washington has possession. Following Lonzo Ball's 3. Pass to Sarr. Here's Coulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Champagnie. Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Buzelis. No good with the triple. Wizards trail by 3. Now Poole over to the wing. For 3, Middleton drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. White looking around. Count that bucket. White's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Champagny. He has 5. Giving in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ball dishes to Williams. A three-pointer off the mark. Wizards have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Koulibaly finds Poole. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8 once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar level talent. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's White after the basket by Washington. The kick out to Ball. This one for 3, and the Bulls another 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
So it's the Wizards now, following Lonzo Ball's 3. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton. He takes it in, and it's White with the rebound. Chicago's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, when Vucevic is this active, boy, he is so dependable at drawing fouls.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Williams. Kevin Huerter comes in for Buzelis. Josh Giddey's checked in for Kobe White. And Jones subbed in for Ball. Now here's Kispert. Smart kicks to Kispert. Outside for Smart. Shoots over Huerter. A putback. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Dosunmu. Lets the 3 fly. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Bulls lead by 4. They'll be back shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Chicago to start the fourth. Kevin Huerter is out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Collins, and it's Jones in at the point guard position.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Carrington. Up top, Kispert. Collins grabs the miss. Bulls leading by 5. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dosunmu. Off target with his 3. Washington shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Smart, wide open, he fires. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Here's Giddey. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Smart against Herter. Here's Kispert. Collins with some nice D. And Collins has got the ball here for the Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. Jones, no one around him. Buries the long-range jumper. Jones has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Over to the left wing. Outside, Smart. Stolen by Jones. Smart with the steal. Back to Kispert. Here he goes. And the dunk by Kispert.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Washington. On the wing, Koulibaly. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Buzelis. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Chicago.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Wizards have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. That ties it up.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Poole, a screen on Giddey. Here's Middleton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the pressure just doesn't get to Middleton. In fact, he embraces it. Loves the opportunity to take the big shot. And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 12 points here in the second half.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Buzelis with the ball. Picked up by Poole.
This kid, Buzelis, loves these types of situations. He wants to be the guy they go to in the big moments.
On the wing, Koulibaly. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Williams. Money!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Chicago has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change here. Kispert's checked in. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Williams. From 11 feet away. Washington with the rebound. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
On the wing, Koulibaly. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
Second, personal foul.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got...
But I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. It's a one-on-one situation. Poole from long range. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Brooklyn with the ball. Outside Johnson. Sinks the tray.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Poole against Russell. There's a screen. Poole, the pass to Champagnie. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
From deep, Johnson. From beyond the arc, and then some. Johnson's got 6 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Johnson a screen on Poole. The 3 from Russell. That shot missing. And Washington with possession. Fires the 3. Sarr. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just bouncing off contact. Sarr, man. 2 points the hard way.
Here's Thomas for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Here's Coulibaly. No good on the 3. Brooklyn has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Here's Thomas for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Middleton. Here's Coulibaly. Fires in the triple.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Thomas outside. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There's a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
Now here's Poole. Pass to Coulibaly. A minute 31 left in the opening quarter. Champagnie's shot is off. Brooklyn has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Screen by Claxton. From deep, Johnson drains the triple. Johnson's got 9. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Coulibaly drives in.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Back to Russell. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. High post Claxton. From deep. The shot by Russell, no good.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
And that one's good. Coulibaly.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
He puts up a 3. Washington with a rebound. Champagnie's got his 4th rebound in this one. Poole outside. Fades and shoots. Outside Coulibaly. Middleton outside. And he's going for the oop here. Czar misses.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
And so both teams. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Washington.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. Sharp out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Martin in at the 2. Off target from three-point range. Washington has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Brooklyn trailing. Martin outside. Pass to Johnson. Fires the 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside, and this has been a barn burner.
One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And for Washington, they're shooting around 50% of the game so far. Back to Kispert. 4-3. Sharp grabs the miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Johnson. Here's Whitehead. The 3 is up. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Washington trailing. Here's George. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Watford with a screen. Here's Martin. Sharp with it, and it's Holmes picking him up. Sharp finds Martin. Sharp, a screen on George. Pure from three-point range. Martin's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
B.A., they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Holmes. Kispert, left side. Pulls it from the corner. Jump shot is good that time. And the Wizards lead by 1.
You know what? This game has been fun to watch. Both teams exchanging heavyweight blows.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Now here's Kispert. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's Whitehead. He's scoreless. The three-pointer off the mark. Kispert, left side. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outside Johnson. Buries it from 3. Johnson's got 6.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Smart. That one's good from Kispert on the assist from Smart. And now a three-point Washington lead. And the Nets shooting around 35% from the field so far. Watford gets the bucket. Watford's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
It's Smart on the wing. Kispert outside. From downtown. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Just a heads-up play by Smart, pushing the ball ahead. He knows not to hold that ball when someone has a good look ahead.
Now here's Martin. They trail by 3. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Watford with a screen. Here's Whitehead. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Kispert. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Whitehead. And that's not gonna go. A big-time effort for Corey Kispert, providing a lot of energy for the Wizards. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Corey Kispert, what a contribution.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got Chris Middleton, Bilal Coulibaly out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Sarr, and it's Champagnie at the 4. That's the group for Washington right now. Wizards leading by 7, and the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. Now here's Coulibaly. Sarr passes to Poole. The 3 ball. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Nets trail by 7. Here's Williams. Oh, there's the alley. And Claxton throws it down.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Shot's good by Sarr.
And defensively, you just cannot let Sarr get that ball inside.
Thomas outside. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Sarr passes to Middleton. Out left to the wing. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's the 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Thomas outside. Launches it. Tipped.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And you watch Cam Thomas. Talk about a scorer's mindset, RJ.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's proficient and efficient from all 3 levels. He is as confident as they come.
Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Here's Thomas, following the score by Washington. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Thomas has got 6 points in the quarter. Russell against Poole. The 3. Claxton with a rebound. Nets trail by 3. Williams on the wing for the tie. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Williams has got 6.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Now here's Johnson. He's got 9. Thomas outside. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Washington has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Williams up top. For the lead. Rebound by the Wizards. Champagne's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
And Brooklyn with possession here, following the score by Washington. Russell, the pass to Thomas. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Beyond the arc, he buries it from 3. Koulibaly's got 10.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
Here's Thomas for 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And he lobs it up. Stolen by Russell. And now the Nets on the break. And stolen by Middleton. Stolen by Russell. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
3-point field goal.
Right side, Koulibaly.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And there's really plenty of time.
Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the court for the Nets as we get the 4th quarter going. Trendon Watford is out there with Sharp. Then there's Johnson. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Whitehead in at the small forward. Watford right side. Pass to Johnson.
Wizards foul. 4. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Washington on D. 4-point game. 6 to shoot. Here's Watford. And he gets it to go off the front iron. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Smart against Melton. Smart passes to George. Shots blocked. And they recover it. Goes back up. Washington again can't hit.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Melton on the wing. From deep, Johnson. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. He launched that one from way outside.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
Melton passes to Watford. From outside the arc. And Melton is good for 3. Melton's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Watford outside. The 3. They grab their own miss. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Holmes has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Smart for 3. And Watford pulls it down. Nets leading by 6. And there's the lob.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. The Wizards have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Here's Kispert. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
The adjustment, man, what a finish.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Outside Johnson. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
For 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 8 rebounds in the game. Melton outside. From deep 3-point land. Here's Watford. Again, the Nets score. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter here. George passes to Kispert. That 3's off the mark.
Another missed 3, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
George over to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Sharp up top. Unloads. Again, the Nets score.
It was going back and forth for a bit, but now they're certainly looking like the better team.
Kispert with the ball. Now Sharp defending. Pass to George. 3-pointer Kispert. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Kispert's got 20 points.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Nets.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, BA, that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
The Wizards on offense. Trailing by 13. Kispert's shot is good. Here's Melton. Watford outside. This one for 3. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Fader on the way. Off target. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy.
teams, of course, Greg, strong in rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Nicholas Claxton. DeAnthony Melton out there with Cam Thomas. Then it's Williams. And it's Clowney in at the four-man position. And Thomas following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
White, a screen on Melton. White finds Williams. Outside, Ball. Over in the corner, White. Shot clock at 6. Great open look there.
A big answer from Buzelis. He wants his team to know they can count on him from the perimeter.
Here's Melton. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Duncan. Explosive move by White, going right up to the rim.
Thomas against White. Thomas surveying the D. Pass to Clowney. Claxton a screen on Williams. To the paint. It's stolen by Vucevic. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. White wide open. He fires. Offline with his three. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Clowney. From deep, Thomas. Vucevic with the rebound. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. White against Williams. And White kicks to Williams. White setting the pick for Williams. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's White. And again, Chicago. No good. The Nets with the lead. Here's Clowney. His three-pointers off the mark. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And here we go. Back to White. And stolen by Melton. It's Thomas high post. There's the three. Hits it from three-point range. Thomas got a couple of threes now in the first for Brooklyn.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And a wide open look for Claxton. And the Nets, another three.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
Now, here's Melton. Still scoreless. And a miss there on the triple. 1:07 left to play in the first. And it's Williams with the jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Thomas. He has 6. Pass to Clowney. Just 5 to shoot. That 3 off the mark.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Williams can't get it to go. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Melton. Here's Claxton. For 3, Williams. They get it again. Claxton the pass to Melton. Got a piece of it. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. It's all tied in Chicago. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Whitehead out there with Johnson. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Sharp. And it's Russell in at the point. Now here's Dosunmu. Here's Giddey. Hits the three-point bomb. Giddey's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Johnson for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Here's Giddey. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Herter. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Down low. Collins kicks to Giddey. Collins a screen on Johnson. 6 to shoot. And here's Herter outside. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Johnson from outside. Collins grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 3. Pass to Herter from downtown. Another 3 for Chicago.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Johnson can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now, here is Russell. Still without a basket. Shot on the wing. That one drops for him.
Well, that's a high skill level shot that's difficult to contest. The turnaround was the right move there.
There's a good screen. The 3. Giddey, no good. Nets trail by 4. Johnson outside. Pass to Sharp. Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Collins. Here's the 3. That shot off. The Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. They get the rebound. Back to Dosunmu. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Russell from long range. They get it back. Johnson in the corner. Back to Sharp. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Giddey. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Giddey's got 5 points in the quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Sharp's got 4 rebounds in this game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 3-point game. Herter passes to Collins. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Scooped up. Kicks it out to Jones. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. Second chance shot. Pass to Herter. And here is Dosunmu. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Kobe White is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Buzelis in at the 3 slot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And he's good on the 3 ball. Williams has got 6 points.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Got that one up quick. Williams has got the lead back up to 6 now for Chicago. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Thomas passes to Claxton. Puts up a 3. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Claxton's got his second basket. The Bulls leading by 3. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Fast break, Chicago. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Outside Williams. Pass to Melton. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Claxton, no good. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Good ball movement here by the Bulls.
A longer guard, 6'5" White, doing a nice job inside.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And both free throws good for White. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
To the left side wing. Vucevic dishes the ball. Vucevic setting the pick for Ball. On the top of the key. Nice jump shot. Good. Ball's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago.
And Ball is aggressive on the offensive end. He just knows how to get to his spots out on the floor.
Nobody near Melton. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Melton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Ball, no good. Nets trail by 6. To the inside. Here's Williams. Fires the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's Williams with the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. The offensive rebound. There's Williams, and Williams with the stuff.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Here's White, following the bucket by the Nets. Outside Williams. We've got 1:08 left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Buzelis. Knocks down the 3 ball. Buzelis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
And there's the whistle. Goes on Kobe White. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Johnson with a screen on Herter. Right hand. And the Nets miss again. The Bulls leading by 7. Herter with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Fades and shoots. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to go on Dosunmu. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. Nets trail by 5. Here's Russell. From the wing. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Feeling out the pick and roll. Russell never looks like he's in a hurry.
Giddey finds Collins. Herter on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Herter drops them both. Here's Whitehead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Bulls lead by 5. And 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Johnson is out there with Sharp. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Whitehead in at the small 4. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Nets trail by 8. Johnson, a wide open look from outside off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Dosunmu, a chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Launches from deep, and the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Herter kicks to Collins. Back to Herter. Pass to Giddey. Fires from deep. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 7 rebounds in the game. Kicks it out to Johnson. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Collins setting the pick for Herter. On the wing, Giddey. Over Russell. Giddey finds Herder. 5 on the clock. Giddey with it. He's picked up by Russell. Giddey, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now here's Giddey. And the Bulls with another miss. Here's Whitehead. Giddey defending. To take the lead. Collins grabs the miss. Chicago has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Russell from long range. It's rebounded by Herder. Herder's got his 6th rebound on the night. Collins passes to Herder. To end the drought. Pass to Giddey. A 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Johnson left side. Russell with a wide open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Bulls leading by 3. Collins kicks to Giddey. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
Oh, you got to love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
It's stolen by Johnson. Russell with it. He's picked up by Collins. Here's Johnson. Pass to Sharp. And stolen by Giddey. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Collins passes to Dosunmu. There's a screen by Collins. Dosunmu's shot is off.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
It's good!
And even though it wasn't a great screen, he found a way to create some space.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what coach wants to do here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Now Washington starting five. We've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Chris Middleton is out there with Sarr. And it's Champagnie at the power forward spot. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Now here's Poole. Pass to Champagnie. The three is up. Sinks it from distance.
When you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
There's a screen. There's ball with a three. Rebound by the Wizards.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Outside Coulibaly. Drives to the hoop, and he jams it home with authority.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
Williams' shot is good.
What a passer this guy is. I love how fast ball is at noticing when the defense has just overcommitted.
Yeah, that one's good.
Assist goes to Coulibaly.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. White on the wing. Launches a three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Well, you see, the ability to get the ball where it needs to go is what really stands out regarding Buzelis.
Poole against Ball. The drive by Poole. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Williams. Back to White. Williams passes to White. Just 5 on the clock. Williams on the wing. No good on the triple. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Now here's Coulibaly. And a miss there on the triple. Outside, Williams. Fires for 3. Rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for Washington. Champagne's shot is off.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Pass to Buzelis. From behind the arc, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And that's a promising shot from Buzelis.
Washington trailing. It's Middleton on the wing. It's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Here's Coulibaly. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Coulibaly's got 5.
Middleton right now seeing the floor and delivering the ball well to his teammates. Good at finding the open man.
Washington's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Coulibaly on the wing. Banked it in off the glass. He has 7.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And it's good for 2.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Outside Coulibaly. Kicks it out to Middleton. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a 3-point play. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And as Chris Middleton has gotten older, Brent, he's had to battle a number of injuries.
And no doubt this is what happens to an aging player. And for Middleton, they seem to just be compounding. The tough thing for the squad that he plays with is just how reliable and important he's been in the biggest moments. So he gives them confidence. He needs to find it back in his own body.
3-pointer. Ball with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. Here's White. Offline from the high post. Left side Coulibaly. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
3.
Ball left side. A 3 from the inbound. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the 3.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's Washington. They lead by 4. And will return shortly. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting in the second. Corey Kispert out there with George. Then it's Rashawn Holmes. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Carrington in at the two-guard spot. The three ball. Another three for Chicago.
It's funny how much the defense has to focus more on not leaving their man when Giddey has the ball.
Smart finds George. Takes the three. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And a fast break now for the Wizards. Knocked loose. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Collins. And Holmes with the block.
Putting the length to work, Holmes with the swat.
Here's Horton Tucker. Over Holmes. Outside Herter. Shoots. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit. When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
George passes to Kispert. Back to George. And here's Holmes. Here's Smart. Plenty of space. Collins with the rebound.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. George passes to Kispert. Smart for three. And Smart nails the triple.
Getting the ball and taking his shot, Smart makes it look almost effortless.
With the Bradley Beal trade, Washington made it clear they were going in a new direction, Brent.
Yeah, it felt like the Wizards were stuck in the Delaware just a little bit. They won 34 or 35 games for 3 straight seasons, and trading away Bradley Beal was an admittance to, hey, we've got to start over. We've got to do something to get some younger players in here on the roster and give us some flexibility. The future is now for the Washington Wizards.
Giddey passes to Horton Tucker. Releases. It's rebounded by Washington.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And that's a foul called on Rashawn Holmes. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Terry comes in for Jones. And a change for the Wizards. Sadiq Bey, he's checked in for George.
2 minutes.
Smart against Giddey. They set the pick. To the wing, right side. Here's the three. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Wizards leading by 3. It's 2-on-1. Kispert, the pass to Smart. There's 1:34 left in the second period. That shot wide open. Carrington's got 8 here in this quarter.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
To the inside, back to Smith. There's the triple. Kispert grabs a miss. Washington has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Here's Bey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 8.
Bey can use a mix of power and finesse. He gets that close.
Gets a hand on it. The Wizards have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Here's Carrington. Give him 8. Kispert outside. Shot clock at 6. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he's one for the lob. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
The officials were right on top of that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Shooting for Washington, Corey Kispert. 2 shots.
Good on the second one. The Bulls trail by 7.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Herter passes to Giddey. On target from range. Giddey's got 5 now.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Washington. They're up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shots.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Without question, Bilal Coulibaly displaying his skills today.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Williams and Vucevic are inside. Kobe White out there with ball. And it's Buzelis in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Pass to Sarr. Poole with the ball. Back to Coulibaly. Middleton outside. Pulls it. And all around the rim that time before dropping. 7 points in the game.
Middleton's a high percentage shooter from that area. The reason I can tell, no hesitation on that one.
And they'll get another chance. White, the pass to Vucevic. The open shot, White. It's rebounded by Washington.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Middleton. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Lonzo Ball. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span, so hard to envision that happening anytime soon. You got a long way to go.
Poole from long range. Buzelis grabs the board.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
3-1
Here's Champagny. Pass to Poole. 4-3. Look at Poole showing the range.
And Poole just deadly from 3.
Now Vucevic. Ball outside. Now here's Williams. Now Vucevic. Williams with the screen.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The kick out to Ball. Pass to Buzelis. White with it. Clock at 6. Here's Buzelis. From downtown.
Chris Middleton can guard multiple positions out there, and his defensive effort solid on that play.
There's the 3. Chicago with a rebound. Grant, how about Kobe White? going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
White for three, and it's Poole with a rebound. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Leading by 5. Misses from close range. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. The kick out to White. Knocks it down from distance. White's got 6.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
From deep, Sarr fires in the triple. And the Wizards lead by 5.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
To the right side, and Chris Middleton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Giddey kicks it out to Collins. Three-pointer off the mark. Washington leading by 5. Holmes passes to Bay. Back to Holmes. Now here's Bay, defended by Horton Tucker. And there's a whistle. That goes on Taylor Horton Tucker. That's his first foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Smith's checked in. Kispert on the wing. Pass to Smart. And stolen by Herter. Here's Giddey. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 7.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Here's Kispert. Puts up a 3. Chicago with a rebound. And they're on the run. Here's Herter. Outside Giddey. Pass to Horton Tucker. Going inside. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Now just a 1-point Wizard lead.
Smart read from Giddey, just trying to involve his teammates.
And he lobs it up top.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Here's Terry. Back to Smith for the tie. Drains the triple. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Bay, and it's blocked. And so after 3 quarters of play, some great offensive output in this one. It's all tied up. And we've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Chicago with the ball. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. They've got Kispert, Saddiq Bey out there with Rashawn Holmes. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. And that one's good. Giddey.
Not afraid to try his luck down there. Giddey on the interior.
Washington trailing. Smart for 3. The shot no good. Chicago shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Smith. Giddey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D? Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Giddey passes to Terry, and here's Herter. Just 5 to shoot. Smith right side. And Holmes with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Smart against Giddey. Smart outside. Oh, Smart drives. And he banks in the layup.
I like watching Smart get it done inside. He is such a fearless competitor.
Terry. The pass to Giddey. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. There's Herter with the three. And Holmes pulls it down. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Giddey.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Horton Tucker. Ellis is checked in for Herter. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Terry. Here's Vucevic driving inside. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Bilal Coulibaly. Middleton is checked in for Kispert. And so it's Washington with it. Middleton, a good look. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. And the Wizards lead by 1.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Vucevic finds ball. It's Giddey on the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Vucevic. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Williams. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
They set the screen. Ball passes to Giddey. From the arc. And again, Chicago, no good. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Wizards. 3-point lead. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Chris Middleton has been waiting for moments like that.
Here's ball. Right side, Williams. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Now here's Coulibaly. Giddey defends. And a two-handed jam.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Here are the Wizards now with the ball. They're on a 15-3 run. Coulibaly on the wing. Back to Middleton. Pass to Poole. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
How about the timing for Middleton getting up there, seeing the opportunity on the backside. Sweet alley-oop.
Ellis' shot is good.
His teammates look too zealous in the big moment, and he must be doing something right.
Giddey against Poole. .59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Coulibaly. Fires the three. Giddey with a defensive effort.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Look to a machine like Vooch when you need him most. He's a reliable offensive option who comes through for his club. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Money!
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Fires for three. Pure from three-point range. And now it's a 7-point Washington lead. Ellis' shot is good. So we see the Wizards get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well...
Some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
And now Washington's starting group. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Also Jordan Poole out there. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 spot. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's the screen. Drills it from outside.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Claxton. Here's Clowney. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Middleton against Williams. Good.
It's difficult trying to throw Middleton off his rhythm. Remarkable job staying with that shot.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Coulibaly. 6'8", with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
From deep three-point land. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Nobody near Melton. Offensive rebound. There's Williams. And he can't jam it through.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
Brooklyn's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Thomas up top. He's defended by Coulibaly.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Here's Champagnie. And it's off from three-point range. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Middleton can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Clowney. Williams finds Melton. There's the pick. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from three-point range. Melton's got 6.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
There's been a lot of turnover in Washington, Doris, over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
Here is Williams, following the bucket by the Wizards. Misses the 3. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Poole, no good. Williams looking over the floor. Bangs home the trifecta.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
Pass to Sarr. Here's Coulibaly. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn leading by 3. From past the arc. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Poole bounce pass. Nice ball movement by Washington. Shot clock at 6. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Really left alone that 5 points in the game.
And how smooth is that jumper? Middleton making it look easy from the corner.
Melton against Poole. Fires from the wing. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got his 6th rebound on the night. to Poole. Shoots over Melton. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Johnson is out there with Martin. Then there's Cam Johnson. Then it's Sharp. And it's Owoma in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Well, they like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
And Washington going with a whole new group here.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Holmes passes to Kispert. For 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Outside Martin. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Smart against Johnson. There's the triple. Smart misses. Nets trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Johnson, wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Doris, what's the key for a team like the Nets, who have to hit the reset button, so to speak?
I think, Kevin, you have to find consistency at the head coaching position, because then you can set clear and achievable goals for your team going forward. You set a style of play, commit to it, and just build year by year, game by game. You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Smart against Johnson. Smart kicks to George. Holmes passes to Smart. Tries again to the middle. Outside for George. George sets a screen for Kispert. Pass to Carrington. And another miss by Washington. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. They now take the lead. And now a 3-point Nets lead.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
To stop the run. In deep. Smart drops it in. Smart's got his first 2 points.
You know, this is in part what makes Marcus Smart very dangerous, right? He can slice into the defense. He's got that remarkable speed to get where he wants.
Now, here's Kispert. He has 5. Holmes finds Kispert. The tray. The rebound by Sharp.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
Martin wide open. He fires. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for Washington. 4-point game. Outside for George. Beyond the arc. Pass to Kispert. Fires the 3. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Johnson outside. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Wizards. Smart with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Carrington. Holmes with a screen on Johnson. Outside for Smart. And another miss by Washington. Brooklyn with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Wizards trail by 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson surveying the floor. And again, it's the Nets missing. Smart against Johnson. Outside, Smart. Pass to Carrington. 1 second left. And he sinks the layup.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
So on the floor for Washington, we've got Chris Middleton. Koulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Sarr, and it's Champagnie in at the power forwards position. Williams can't hit. Washington trailing. Pass to Poole. On the wing, Koulibaly. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I guess even he has. It's one of those once in a while.
Shoots the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Brownie's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nets. Koulibaly with it. He's guarded by Thomas. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
And so it's Washington with it, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The 3 from Poole. And the foul called on Alex Sarr. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nets leading by 5. Now here's Melton. 6 points for him. Traps in the tray. Koulibaly with it. Now Thomas defending. The 3 from Poole. Takes it down to Middleton. It's up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Middleton's got 8.
And if you're trying to get the most out of Middleton offensively, put him in catch-and-shoot situations.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Poole against Melton. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Again, the Nets for 2. Wizards trail by 7. Pass to Koulibaly. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. They get it again. Here's Clowney. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Shot by Champagnie, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Brooklyn. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here we go, one-on-one. The three from Poole. It's good from long range.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts. Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Wasted no time on that one. Melton's got 8 points in the quarter.
How about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
For three, Middleton, and it's Melton with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
A three ball. And Clowney can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Champagnie. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Middleton's got 10.
Slippery play by Middleton. Comes off the pick and goes on the offensive.
Thomas surveying the D. Here's Clowney. Launches it. That's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. The three from Thomas. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And just when it looked like the third quarter was over.
De'Anthony Melton has been on display for Brooklyn. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Sharp. Johnson is out there with Martin. Then there's Cam Johnson. And it's Owoma in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 8. Pass to Owoma. Takes the 3. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Wizards. The Wizards working the ball around now. And Poole gets it to go.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Johnson's shot is off.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Koulibaly, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Johnson is good for the 3. Johnson's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Middleton finds Koulibaly. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Koulibaly's got 9 points now in just the second half. Brooklyn's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Martin, the pass to Sharp. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Wizards trail by 5. Pass to Koulibaly. And here's Poole for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sharp's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Martin from outside. The rebound by Champagnie. Champagnie's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Middleton on the wing over Johnson. Middleton can't get it to go. Nets leading by 5. Johnson outside. Tries the spin move. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Kicks it out to Johnson. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Johnson's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Nets. The Wizards with another miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Johnson dishes to Martin. From the arc. They grab their own miss. Pass to Iwoma. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wizards trail by 11. 1:46 left to play here in the fourth. Another miss by Middleton.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same. And largely a no-show right here.
And it's Martin missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Johnson outside. Puts it up. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Well, the Wizards shoot just 34% from the floor. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Nets shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. They get it back. Pass to Iwoma. For the three. The rebound by Middleton. And the Wizards with possession. Here's Champagnie. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Martin from outside. Rebound, Washington.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Here's Coulibaly. Johnson with the rebound. Puts up a deep three. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I can always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin, you got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Kobe White is out there with ball, and it's Buzelis in at the small forward position. And the Nets with possession here. It's a three-point game. Here's Melton. Off target from outside. Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by Williams. This one for three. And it's White missing. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said.
And White is just so fast. Once he leaks out in the open floor, he's tough to keep pace with.
Claxton, no good. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ball is screen on Thomas. Here's White. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Latrey. And Thomas is good for 3. Thomas got 6 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Good defense by Claxton. Nets leading by 4. From deep three-point land. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Williams, a screen on Claxton. The Bulls with another miss. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Bulls trail by 7, and here they come.
First quarter.
Right side, Williams. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Vucevic setting the pick for Ball. Offline with his 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game. Thomas, that's good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Ball from long range. Rebound, Brooklyn. In the pass to Williams, takes the 3, and the Nets another 3.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Ball finds Williams. Vucevic, a screen on Williams. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Brooklyn leading by 13. It's stolen by Vucevic. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Thomas against White. Thomas feeling it out a bit. The three-pointer, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And it's White missing. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. From deep, Williams. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball, the bounce pass. And White kicks to Ball. White setting the pick for Ball. And the 3 ball is good. Ball's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bulls. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
And that does it for the first quarter. Nets lead by 8. And back with the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Shot about there with Johnson. Then it's Martin. Then it's Johnson, and it's Whitehead. In at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Brooklyn leading by 11. Now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. No good on the 3. And Chicago shooting just 31% in the game. Herter on the wing. Giddey sets the pick for Herter. Over Johnson. Herter, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Drills the 3-pointer. Martin's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a 3-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Sharp against Giddey. And here's Herter outside. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Martin for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Horton Tucker finds Herter. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Chicago with the ball. They trail by 9 points from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Martin. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Offensive rebound. Pass to Whitehead. Lets the 3 fly. Trains the 3-pointer. Whitehead's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
Johnson from outside. Not going to go that time. Bulls trail by 10. Pass to Dosunmu. There's the 3. The rebound by Sharp. The Nets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Nets leading by 10. 3-pointer, Martin. That one misses.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Switch.
Giddey, no one around him. Gets a very good look and converts. Giddey's got 5.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
From the arc. And it's Martin missing. Bulls trail by 8. Dosunmu, the pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Giddey. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Back to Johnson from deep three-point territory. Pass to Whitehead. Fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Whitehead's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
Smith for 3, and that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one. Sharp with a screen on Herter. Here's Whitehead. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Herter against Johnson. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Johnson. Nets leading by 8. Pass to Martin. Fader on the way. The shot, no good. Here's Dosunmu. And the 3 off target. Here's Whitehead. And that one released in time, but no good. And so we wrap up the first half. Nets out in front. They lead by 8. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Lonzo Ball out there with White. And it's Booz Ellis in at the 3 slot.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Thomas gets the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Nets leading by 6. Back to Claxton, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Bulls trail by 6. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Thomas, that's good. Thomas got 6 points in the quarter. Chicago's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Offensive rebound. Outside, ball. And stolen by Williams. No one near him. Chalk up 2 there. And now an 8-point Nets lead. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. With the shot. Clowney pulls it in. Clowney's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lets it go from deep. Outside for Thomas. Rebound by the Bulls.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Thomas, it's a wide open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half. Fires from deep. And there's Buzelis on the assist from Ball.
A big answer from Buzelis. He wants his team to know they can count on him from the perimeter.
From deep, Thomas. It's all in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Right side, Williams.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Pass the ball. Vucevic setting the pick for Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Williams with a clean look. Back to Vucevic. Claxton with the steal. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Puts up a 3. Clowney, good. Clowney's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, White can attack fast, and the defense was unprepared to contest him cleanly.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Horton Tucker comes in for Williams. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Buzelis. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Ball. Pass to Johnson. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Martin from outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Horton Tucker sinks the triple. Horton Tucker's got 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Bulls trail by 5. The 3 ball. Johnson with the rebound. The Nets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. 3-pointer, Martin. It's rebounded by Huerter. The Bulls shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And they pick up 2. And that's 13 points for Kobe White.
And right now, White red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Pass to Johnson. Right wing. And stolen by Giddey. Huerter, that's a 2-pointer. Cam Thomas getting it done for the Nets. And it was from... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Johnson is out there with Sharp. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Martin. And it's Whitehead in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Outside, Martin jacks up a 3. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And that's 12 points for Martin.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Giddey, no good. Brooklyn leading by 6. For 3. And the Nets, another 3.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
A smooth 3-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. White inside. Smith finds Giddey. From deep, Huerter. Pass to Horton Tucker. White with it, covered by Johnson. Smith with a screen on Johnson. Clock at 6. White dishes to Smith. And taken away by Johnson. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Johnson surveying the floor. Martin against Giddey. 5 on the clock. Martin with the bucket. Martin's got 9 points here in the second half. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's White missing. I think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
There's Whitehead. Kept alive. Pass to Johnson. Front pass the arc. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. So both teams changing it up here. He hits the second from the line. Man, we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Here's Coney. Drills the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 15.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-6 run. Giddey against Thomas. And stolen by Giddey.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nets.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
From deep, Thomas. Chicago grabs the miss. In transition, here come the Bulls. Pass to Buzelis. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Thomas with it. Fires from way outside. Misses. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this.